place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
TJ Logan on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defense in front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Bills are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play here for Buffalo.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, Hurts. Forced out to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow on play action. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be out right at the 35.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, He is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Tony.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Kadarius Toney.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Burt sets up to throw it. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Barkley.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Play action. It's Burrow. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And some space here. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively, because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
4 yards remain for second down.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
That's a gain of 4.
Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Hurts throw pulled in by Renfro.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
Hurts. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. First and goal.
Throwing is Hurts. Flush to it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
10-yard loss on the play. It's second down and goal.
Second down and goal. Hurts. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Hunter Renfro hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action with Burrow. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Can. 11. 11 mighty.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And this one too low.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
11. Check 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
From midfield now, Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
12.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And that is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
One play at a time. Here we go.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
From the end zone, it's Dearness Johnson.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield, and this will be incomplete.
Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Burrow's throw taken in by Slayton.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts escaping the pressure right.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a give to Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go to Barkley again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Heck of a play there by Olivier Vernon to get upfield and bring him down behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Burrow on 3rd down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now they go play action now. Burrow. The throw for Tony is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Bills are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Jamal Adams coming up from a safety spot to make the play. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Burrow on play action. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
11.
Now it's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Justin Madubuike in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it was.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
They'll run on 1st down.
Lindsey. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is some...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
This time, Burrow will look to throw.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
Got some room at the 30. And finally, down at the 41-yard line.
And the Saints first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New Orleans, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra